The building was already half gone when the realization hit. Someone was still screaming from the third floor. Too late. Always too goddamn late. But that was the end. Let's rewind. The alarm screams at 2:47 a.m., the devil's hour, as the older guys call it. Nothing good ever happens at 2:47 a.m. The sound drills through sleep like a dentist finding nerve, and muscles move before consciousness catches up. Pants, boots, jacket, the holy trinity of oh shit, not again. The address comes through crackling. Residential high-rise, possible entrapment, multiple callers. Those two words, possible entrapment, that's the phrase that turns coffee into acid in your stomach. The engine roars to life. Red lights paint the streets like someone spilled the apocalypse. Funny thing about emergency lights, they make everything look like it's already dead. Trees become shadows, houses become tombs. The whole world just sets and props for someone's worst day. 3 minutes to scene, heart hammering like it's trying to escape through the rib cage. Hands steady though, thank Christ for muscle memory, because the brain sure as hell isn't helping. The brain's already catastrophizing. DOA, full arrest, structural collapse, inadequate water supply, Murphy's Law having a goddamn field day. Breathe, you bastard, breathe. 2 minutes. The smoke column visible now, black against blacker sky. That's not kitchen fire smoke. That's everything burning smoke. That's start saying prayers smoke. Dispatch updates, caller disconnected, screaming heard inside, third floor apartment. Of course there's someone still inside, of course. The dark humor kicks in, the brain's emergency pressure valve. Well, at least we'll get overtime. The thought arrives uninvited and immediately feels like swallowing glass. This is what the job does. Turns you into something that makes jokes about dying people, because if you don't laugh, you'll put the gun in your mouth before sunrise. 1 minute out. The building comes into view and, Jesus Christ, flames pouring from windows like the place is vomiting hellfire. Third floor fully involved, fourth floor catching. Someone's home videos, someone's tax returns, someone's entire existence getting converted into smoke and ash at 1100 degrees. The engine lurches to a stop. Controlled chaos erupts. Hoses, connections, the captain's voice barking orders that sound like they're coming through water. Tank pressure good, hydrant connection. Shit, the hydrant's barely flowing. Fantastic, outstanding, chef's kiss. Gear up. SCBA on, mask, regulator. The world narrows to the tunnel of the facepiece. Breathing sounds like Darth Vader with emphysema. Gloves on, the nice heat-resistant ones that'll still let you feel your hands melting if things go really sideways. The captain points. Third floor, southwest corner. Caller said someone's trapped. Someone. Always someone. Never no one. Never false alarm, go home, have a beer, forget this ever happened. Into the breach. The stairwells, a chimney. Heat blasting down like standing in front of a jet engine. Visibility, jack shit. The thermal camera shows nothing but white-hot chaos. Temperature gauge screaming numbers that shouldn't exist outside of pizza ovens. Second floor, legs burning, lungs working overtime. The gear weighs 60 pounds but feels like 60,000. Each step is a negotiation with gravity and God. Someone's coughing behind. Rookie's first major fire. Welcome to hell, kid. They didn't show you this in the recruitment video, did they? Third floor landing. The door's hot. Smoke pushing underneath like it's trying to escape. This is the moment. This is always the moment. The split second where the brain does calculus. Survivable or suicide, rescue or recovery. Screw it. Door opens. The dragon roars. Flashover conditions, ceilings rolling, walls weeping flame. The room is not on fire. The room is fire. And there, through the smoke, through the hell, movement. Someone's crawling. Someone's still alive. And that means this isn't a recovery. This is a race, and the clock is already at 0. Forward, low, following the wall because up is where you die. The heat's cooking through the jacket. Sweat or blood, can't tell anymore. Doesn't matter. Reach, grab, human, adult, conscious but fading. Drag, haul, muscle screaming, SCBA alarm blaring, low air, 5 minutes, 4, 3. The exit is somewhere, has to be. The building is groaning, settling, getting ready to introduce everyone to gravity's least favorite trick. 5 feet. Something gives. Not the whole floor, just enough. Just enough to send everyone sprawling. Just enough for the victim to slip from grip. Just enough for panic to spike through the training like lightning through a tree. Get up, get up, get up. Hands find fabric. Pull. Scramble. The doorframe is right there, glowing exit like it's mocking the whole situation. Push through, tumble out, hands from the outside, grabbing, pulling, hauling everyone out like fish from burning water. Stairwell. Down. Oxygen running on fumes and prayers. Second floor. First. Outside. Beautiful. Cold. Smoke-filled outside. Mask off. Air. Real air. Flooding lungs. The world spinning like a broken carnival ride. Medics swarm the victim. Burns. Smoke inhalation. Possible fracture. But breathing. Still breathing. The building behind groans one final time, and the third floor collapses inward with a sound like God slamming a door. Sparks fountain into the night sky. Pretty, almost. Like fireworks for the end of someone's whole life. Sit, breathe. Hands shaking now that there's time for them to shake. The rookies puking in the bushes. Occupational hazard. The captain's talking into radio. Structure lost, one civilian rescued, minor injuries to crew. Minor injuries, that's what they call it when you're alive enough to hurt. The victims loaded into the ambulance, alive but broken. The building is a total loss, nothing left but insurance claims and memories converted to ash. But alive. The victim's alive. The crew is alive. That's the win. That's the only win there is in this job. Later, at the station, someone will make coffee. Someone will crack a joke about the rookie's weak stomach. Someone will fill out paperwork that reduces hell to check boxes and timestamps. But right now, sitting on the curb with scorched hands and smoke in every pore, there's just this. Another alarm answered. Another body pulled from the fire. Another day when death blinked first. The sun is starting to rise. Shift ends in 4 hours. Plenty of time for another call.